Today, I want to show you what's in my purse. I have a lot of the typical things that you would find in someone's purse, but I also have some stuff that I bet you don't have in your purse. I won't show you all of the typical phone, wallet, keys, but I will show you some of the things that are unique to my purse. If you have some of these in your purse, let me know that they are not unique to me, and let me know the weirdest thing or the most helpful thing that you have in your purse, or back pocket, or purse, or backpack, whatever you carry around. Let me know what is the weirdest thing or the most useful thing in what you carry outside of the house. Stay to the end to see the one thing in my purse that I think everyone who has migraines should carry. I'm not really feeling well enough to film in my usual spot in my office with all of my lights. Instead, we have some natural light through the window and my comfy recliner in case I need to lay back and rest while I'm filming. Maybe this will become a regular thing and I will put together a playlist of chair chats. So welcome to episode 1 of Chair Chats, where we talk about random things that I care about, and hopefully you care about too. First, I have my disability parking tag. After 6 months of having a temporary tag, my rheumatologist agreed that it was time for me to get a permanent disability tag so that I don't have the hassle of renewing every 6 months. My disability tag helps me especially when I'm not using my wheelchair and need to go into a store, or like today, I am going to get my hair cut and I don't need my wheelchair in the hair salon. So if I can have a place to park that's close, do a short walk, and then just get to the salon chair, I'm good to go. So this is really helpful for the times when I don't need to get my wheelchair out, but I do need some assistance to get into a store. Number 2, a waterproof case of Band-Aids. If you know anything about EDS, you know that people with EDS have fragile skin that doesn't heal very well once it is cut. So we need to keep it protected, but also I just get a lot more cuts and scrapes than most people. So, Band-Aids. I keep these Thermacare heat wraps in my purse to deal with high pain days and high pain situations. Sometimes I have to sit in uncomfortable chairs for a long period of time, or sit upright for a long period of time. Sometimes my shoulder has dislocated and I can't get it quite back in place while I'm out in public. So I use these heat pads to help calm down some of the pain. I actually prefer the generic Kroger or pharmacy version of these because they have more stickiness on the back. These ones have just 2 spots, one on either side, so they come off kind of easily, but the generic ones are great. I just don't have any in my purse right now. The next 2 things in my purse I have specifically because of my autism. Number 1 is these trusty reusable earplugs. I got them from, I think, Walgreens, and I actually originally got them because I worked as a lifeguard for several summers at a lake, and the lake was nasty. And in that lake, I got ear infections a lot, so my doctor told me to get some water blocking plugs. These ones actually were designed to block noise really well, up to a lot of decibels, but they worked really well for blocking water too. Now I use them in places that are too loud and overwhelming for me. I can use them in a restaurant if it's too loud. I can use them at concerts that are too loud. Any place that's just got a little bit too much noise stimulation, I can stick these in, and they're low profile, and I'm good to go. The other thing that helps me with my autism that I always keep in my purse is this little guy. It's essentially a chew toy and it's pretty thick, rubbery plastic type stuff, and it has a necklace for people who need to have it all the time with them. They advertise it as stylish. I wouldn't call it that, but it is really helpful if I am really stressed out and need some sort of sensory input to ground me. I can bite down on this, and I can actually bite really hard. It stands up to an angry or stressed out adult bite pretty well. I don't remember the brand of this, but I will look it up and link it in the description. I can't look it up right now because I'm using my phone to film, but I will let you know what these are. You can get them in different bite strengths. So if you or someone you know bites incredibly hard, you can get them harder. You can get them softer if that feels better for you. And they come in different shapes and colors. So really cool, and they really can help me to avoid a panic. Benadryl, and lots of it. I have suspected mast cell activation syndrome, and because of that condition, I can experience allergic-like reactions at any time. Sometimes there is no apparent trigger. I take prescription medications to help me manage this condition on a daily basis, but I also keep Benadryl as an emergency medication. I was prescribed an EpiPen, but as most of you probably know, EpiPens are not affordable. So I do not carry an EpiPen, but Benadryl does a pretty good job of calming down my mast cell activation flares. Another thing that I keep in my purse specifically to manage my conditions is this and this. This is a heart rate monitor. If you work out a lot, you probably recognize these. You put this strap right under your chest or on your chest, and then this watch type thing monitors your heart rate. With ME/CFS, which I will make a video about in the near future, I am not supposed to let my heart rate go above 100 beats per minute. My heart rate easily goes above that, especially with my POTS, another condition which I will make a video about in the near future. If you're interested in one over the other, let me know in the comments so that I can make the POTS or the ME/CFS video sooner and get you that information. The reason that I keep this in my purse is because the most important time for me to monitor my heart rate is when I'm out and about and doing things. For activities in the house, I often know my limits and know what my heart rate is for each activity that I do on a daily basis. When I'm out and about, there may be activities that I don't do often, so I'm not familiar with how they will affect my heart. The other concern is that, especially with my autism, I don't have a whole lot of self-awareness when I am around others or in new situations. I might overexert myself or do things that I wouldn't normally do because I'm in an unknown situation or I'm uncomfortable or rushing for some other reason. On the monitor, I can set an alarm to go off when my heart rate goes over a certain number of beats per minute. So mine is set at 101, and it will beep, 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 beep when my heart rate gets to 101. This is really helpful for me to maintain some awareness of what my body is doing when I otherwise wouldn't be. I always carry nutrient-dense snacks in my purse because I have hypoglycemia and need to eat about every 2 hours. My go-to gluten-free bars used to be Lara bars and Kind bars, but recently Kroger has come out with their own line that mimic the Lara bar and the Kind bar. So we have these date bars, which mimic Lara bars, and these pack bars, which mimic Kind bars. Both of these taste almost exactly like the brand names and can be up to $1 cheaper per bar. In my little pocket up front, I keep this mess of wires, which is actually the trigger for my smart drive. I give a full explanation of how this works in my wheelchair video. I keep it in my purse so that I have it whenever I need it. My last show and tell item, and I think the weirdest thing in my purse, and most essential, is a sleeping mask. I keep a sleeping mask in my purse. Not because I need to nap often, which is true, but because of my extreme light sensitivity. I was diagnosed with a permanent migraine about 4 years ago, and this has been a lifesaver. If I am in a venue for an event where there are blinking lights, I stick this on. If I'm a passenger in a car and the sun is too harsh or it's blinking through the trees, I put this on. I can even put it on if I'm simply waiting in a doctor's office that has particularly harsh lighting that I can't turn off. I think this is essential for a migraine sufferer to carry with them. Maybe not one this ugly, although this is the most comfortable thing you have ever felt, but something similar to be able to block the light out completely. I don't think sunglasses do the trick when you have a really, really bad migraine. Do you have a sleeping mask or a heart monitor in your purse, backpack, back pocket? Let me know. I want to hear the craziest or most useful thing you have with you at all times. If you want more of me in my recliner in your life, or if you want to get notified about upcoming videos about ME/CFS, POTS, my other diagnoses, please subscribe to my channel. You can hit the notification icon, which is a bell icon, next to subscribe. By hitting the bell icon, you will receive notifications without having to check when I upload. See you guys next time. Bye.